YouTube, it's Jack, Mr. YouTube 59. Okay, just want to come in here and make this little video. I got one that I actually canceled. I had some controversy with somebody, so I went in and canceled it. But I'm making this one. Excuse me, making this one to replace that one. So, and what I've done, and this guy, I think he's a good Christian guy. Kind of irritated me off, start with, but I tried to be nice. I answered him, and I thought he was trying to be trying to criticize what I'd done. But the more he wrote me and the more I wrote him, I think he's a pretty nice guy. And I'm not gonna call him names, but if you're watching and you're him, you know who you are. But I think he's a pretty nice guy. He seems to be a Christian, and he's concerned in life, and he's concerned that that each individual person is responsible for what they do. Now, he did just come right off the bat and tell me that he did not support the Second Amendment, but I didn't really detect anything that he had written me that he was actually against it. He just wasn't for it, because he did write and tell me that we were each individually responsible for life, and whatever we do in life, we're responsible for it. And I agree 100%. This Second Amendment deal, and the whole reason that I'm against this protest and all these bills against it, is the fact that we have the right as legal citizens. I've never hurt anyone. I've never had any kind of a police record. I mean, I've always stayed clean. Nothing whatsoever. But yet, I got to pay the penalty for something a couple of other people have done, or a few other people have done. Personally, I think they need to hit these high-populated places that have so much crime with firearms, like New York, Chicago, some of the heavy populated places. I think that's where they really need to hit it hard. But instead of coming in and saying, okay, we're going to ban them all and we're going to confiscate them and all this stuff, no. Things I would agree with, and I've said some of these before, the things that I would agree with is no one can be a first-time buyer of any kind of weapon, firearm, pistol, long gun, doesn't matter, until you've had a background check and you've taken a class. Now, I say a class because first-time buyers, a lot of times, have never fired a weapon, but yet they'll go in and they do the paperwork and they get it. I think there ought to be some kind of class, just like a first-time hunter's class. Before you can get your hunting license, you have to take a class, a safety hunter's class, or hunter safety. And see, I see nothing wrong with that, because you need to make sure that people understand the fundamentals and the safety of the weapon before they're allowed to buy it. And even with a long rifle, I think there ought to be a background check. I mean, I know they call it in, but for a pistol, you have to go down and you have to, fill out the form, and you have to wait a period to get your permit to buy a pistol. What's wrong with doing that with the long gun too? Really? Give a chance to do a little bit of a background check before you let them buy it. What I would agree with, instead of taking the legal, law-abiding citizens, why not go down the line and say, okay, let's say go back 3 years. If you had any kind of criminal record in the last 3 years, let's get a warrant, go to their house, see what they got. If they have a firearm, it's illegal for them to have it. Okay, now you're going to the right people to try to take the weapons away. I don't know, we all think of things, and I think different than a lot of people. So, yeah, we all think a little different. But I think there's a ways around taking ours. And like I said before, if they take, I'm going to take it as criminals stealing my merchandise. That's the way I feel. I mean, I worked hard for what I've got. I've paid good American cash money for it. And if they come in and try to take it from me, then they're stealing. It's just plain and simple. Any way you look at the law, they're stealing it. And I had somebody say, oh, they probably give you $50, $100 for them, to turn them in before they come down. Well, no. I don't have anything that I would sell or that is valued. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've got a couple probably under $100. But I'm not taking a gun that's worth $600 down there for them to give me $50 to destroy it, or $100 to destroy it, or $200 to destroy it. No. Nobody out here is in the market to lose money. But even at fair value, I don't think it's right for them to force me to give it up. So, there's so many ways to do it the right way, and I'm hoping they choose the right way. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video was about this. I had made a video and asked some of the YouTube friends and, viewers how they support the, the Second Amendment. And I know that, and how do you let people know that you support it? NRA, well, that's fine. And I'm sure they're up there fighting a battle for us now. Even though they called me and said it's time to renew your membership. And what I said to them, they probably didn't like it because they hung up on me. But anyway, then I told them as soon as this is settled and all the dust is down and settled, and as long as I see that the NRA didn't go up there and do a bunch of compromises, which takes things away from me, then I'll just call immediately as soon as I get the word, and I'll renew my membership. But until then, I feel like they didn't fight a good battle for me, so why should I pay them? It's like a dog. You don't give them a treat for doing something bad, But anyway. I was talking about this, and I made a mistake, and this guy corrected me, and like I said, I kind of took it the wrong way to start with, but I was nice about it, and he wrote me in. I think he's a pretty nice guy. He seems to be a good Christian guy, and he was concerned in safety because I had missed a point when I was talking about making this thing. I had missed a point, so I want to go back and I want to redo this and tell you what I had said before is take a round, pull a bullet out of it, dump the powder, drill a hole in it, buy this chain at Walmart for $3, and wear it around your neck in support of the Second Amendment, showing that you support it. What I failed to mention, and in the hassle and the bustle of things, sometimes you forget something. I forgot to mention that you go back and fire the primer before you drill the hole and before you put it on your neck. Okay, this guy was concerned that a live primer may go off and the bullet could come out and hang in here and go into your chest cavity. Well, but then he wrote me back and he said, well, with the holes drilled in it, it probably wouldn't create enough pressure to do that, but still safety. And he's correct. He's right. After I went back and watched the video, I had to agree with him. So I'm telling you, if you're watching this, I agree with you. But anyway, pulled the bullet, dumped the powder, put the cartridge, the casing, back in the gun, snapped it, okay, and it goes boom when you snap it. Not a very loud boom, but it's a little boom. And what it does, it discharges that primer, okay? Then go back, drill your hole in it, put your chain in it, put it around your neck, and when people ask you, and they will, only been wearing this thing a week, and I've done had 3 people ask me, where can I get one of them? So, and when they ask that opens up a whole ball game. Okay? Don't know where you can get it, but I made it. And it's a .223 round, and I'm wearing it in support of the Second Amendment. I support the Second Amendment. So I'm wearing this as support. Now you got to be sure to, and let me mention this, you got to be sure to, you still cannot wear this into a government building. No. If you go into a post office, which had a guy ask, and we sent him one. But no, I didn't wear this into the post office. I took it off. You can't, at school, you can't wear it to the school, okay? So if you're a school teacher and you want to support the Second Amendment, that's fine, but take it off when you go to work, okay? Don't wear it into the school system. But, and don't wear it into government buildings. I wouldn't wear it into a bank either, but, support. And that's all it is. I'm just wearing it as support to the Second Amendment. And that's all I wanted to say. This guy, he brought it to my attention, and I thought he was being a smart aleck, and I actually thought he was a troll out here, just aggravating people and causing a lot of trouble. But I think he's actually a good guy. Like I said, I was very nice to him, and he was very nice to me, or at least I hope I was very nice to him. And if you're watching this and I wasn't, I apologize. But the more we wrote back and forth, the more I realized it was basically about safety. It really wasn't any criticism. But anyway, perfectly safe. Now, this one, and I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to take it back off. But this is a damaged cartridge. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got a dent in it. But I actually pulled the bullet on this one. And yeah, it's not hard to pull a bullet out. You just go to your local store and you get a bullet puller. Okay? And they work very well. I'll have to admit, it works very well. Pull a bullet. Put the empty casing into your gun, and make sure the casing goes in easy, because you don't want to force it in. If you do, then you're going to have problems getting it out. And this one here went in fine. I mean, it went in easy. But close it up good and snug tight. Pull the trigger, and you'll hear it go pop. And just put the bullet back in it. Dumped all the gunpowder out. Pop the primer. Hurry, go popping the gun so it released. And then drilled the hole through it. Put the chain in it, and you're safe. But just wanted to make sure I done that. That's why I took the other video off and created this one, just to correct myself. And like I said, this guy brought it to my attention. And after talking with him a while, I appreciate it, because his main concern, I think, was safety. But now, he did tell me right off the bat he was not a supporter of the Second Amendment. But talking with him, I don't think, and I may be wrong, but I don't think he's against it. He's just not really for it. So, because he talked a lot about safety and protecting yourself and protecting your family and your loved ones and things of that nature. So I don't think he's really trying to get rid of guns. He's trying to make sure that people understand you have to be responsible for what you do. And if you take a life, that's just not acceptable. Other than self-defense. And even at that point, it has to be down to the point that you feel like they're trying to take your life. So a lot of times there's ways around not having to kill somebody. Okay. And I agree with it 100%. I would a lot rather hurt somebody to keep them from hurting me rather than taking their life. It's a statement that I made. It's God's the only one that should take lives. He should be the only one. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I've been on here 12 minutes, almost 13, so I'm gonna get off here. But I just wanted to make that clear, that I'm making this one to replace that one, because I did fail to mention that. Excuse me, I did fail to mention that one detail. Okay, so my dog, you can see she's got some spots on her head right there. Yeah, she got in a fight the other day. She didn't start it. Another dog jumped on her. But anyway, she's got a few little scars. And she's got a scar on her nose, trying to get it to heal. It don't, But anyway, all right, I'm out of here. You guys, keep in touch. Play hard. Play safe. Don't play stupid, people. You know what it'll get you. You cannot play stupid. You got to think things out and be safe. Okay? Just like one of my hunting videos. If you look it up, I talk all about safety when you're hunting. Okay? All right. God bless.